Welcome back, everyone. Toy Shiz here, and we are back yet again for another McFarlane Toys news update. Today, we're only going to be talking about one figure. It's a bummer, but at the same time, it's a little refreshing for our wallets, I would say that. And of course, we're headed to the world of Batman, the animated series. And this is a figure that, of course, much like the rest of the DC collectibles, DC Direct reissues that McFarlane has been tackling, I missed when they first released it. So I'm very happy that I get a second crack at it. Now, before we get started, as always, I will put affiliate pre-order links down below. You're only going to want to go one place, and today it's Best Buy. This will be a Best Buy store-exclusive gold label. So I'll put that link down below, and I thank you in advance for using my links, because Matt Hagen, Clayface, has returned. Yes, this is, without a doubt, the Batman, the animated series Clayface, not to be confused with TNBA and then later Justice League, but those kind of fall into the same look for one another. Matt Hagen is Clayface. The animation for that episode of Feet of Clay Parts 1 and 2 has resonated with me since the first day I saw it as a kid way back in the day on Fox Kids. This was an amazing two-parter. The setup, the music still stands out. Every once in a while when I catch this episode, beautiful score. And of course, that's from Shirley Walker. In the case of this figure, you have to think of it in a couple ways. This is a reissue from roughly 10 years ago. In fact, all of the, for the most part, Batman Adventures TNBAs were all reissues except for the Target Batman Adventures Build-A-Figures. They're all getting new characters for that, which is a nice touch. This Clayface, 10 years ago, was outstanding. Now, that being said, I'm a big fan of Clayface. Yes, I want this, but I see the limitations and the problems of this being released nowadays, especially hot on the heels of Mondo's release that they just did for Clayface. The head portraits are not great. They're not. And the body type is okay. For the most part, Clayface, it's odd. As he shows up in the animated series, you really have to be careful with going too much of the poop nature, right? As we can all agree on that. Clayface is more of that lighter orangey brown, which works for Clay. This works. This is reminiscent of the Kenner Clayface that was done for the animated series years ago, back in the 90s. So it's not that coloring, thank God. So we have that going for us. He will come with the exact accessories that the original release came with. So that's a plus. We're not missing stuff. We don't have to worry about guns and whatnot. You do get the spike ball and a chain. Now, 10 years ago, I would have said the same thing that I'm saying now. A chain, like an actual metal chain, doesn't really work for Clayface. It's all made out of clay. Although, in Feet of Clay, when he would morph into various things like claws, like crab claws, and then he had more of a metal spike hand. So he can do it, so they're not wrong, but I would say overall what would have been cool is just to kind of mimic what Kenner did back in the day. And just have a spike ball for a hand. I would have just loved to see that. I don't mind the chain, but yeah, I know what I'm saying. Now, the second head portrait can be seen a number of ways. We'll just say that. Again, it's not really anything that was in Feet of Clay parts 1 and 2 and then Mudslide for the most part. They're kind of just having some fun with it. It's kind of when Teddy finds him in the car and he looks in the rearview mirror to see that he's become Clayface. Kinda. You could say he's kind of being electrocuted. Kinda. You could say that in Mudslide when he starts listening to Batman's heartbeat fade and he starts laughing. Maybe he's laughing. Kinda. Could be anything you want. None of which really comes from Batman the Animated Series, and I would say both head portraits, because none of them are really that spot on. Clayface has a very distinct look. Again, look at what Mondo did 10 years later. Think about that. But like I said, back in the day, this was pretty cool. Now, the hook hand, the axe hand, those are all variations of things that we saw in the cartoon, so it's all cool. I like the hook hand especially because it kind of looks like when he's falling apart in Mudslide in the rainstorm, he's just kind of batting at Batman. He's got no consistency left. It's fun. I get what they're doing here. So from top to bottom, left to right, Clayface. I am totally stoked, but as you've just heard, yes, I'm very well aware of this figure's limitations for 2025. The box is very cool. It's got that old school trading card artwork for Batman the Animated Series. It's a gold label, and it's pretty much the exact same box as was released when DC Collectibles did it. I'm just thankful that everything is in the box. That's what's nice. You're not going, I missed out on that. The coloring looks good. The box really does stand out. And I love all the artwork everywhere. So this is a must buy for me. I'm very stoked. I love this thing. What are your thoughts? We could talk about it down in the comments below. And like I said, if you are interested in grabbing it, I will put the Best Buy link down in the description so you can grab one for yourself. Again, Best Buy exclusive. Nothing's going wrong with Target. It's not anything like that. It's just seemingly that Best Buy gets the larger box sets, larger figures. So this bodes well. Perhaps we will see another larger figure, perhaps a leather winged character. That would be awesome. But as always, you've heard my thoughts, and now I'm curious to know yours. Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything Clayface. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, yes, keep bringing on the Batman the Animated Series reissues and do new characters, because I'm eager to see what Toy Fair will bring for everything Batman the Animated Series going forward for the coming years. And when we do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.